The Conceited Knowbody. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m.
On knees, pray for me. 2 hands, pray for me. Know the word, pray for me. Last thing pronoun, first thing verb. On knees, pray for me. 2 hands, pray for me. Know the word, pray for me. Last thing pronoun, first thing verb.
You wanna know what I'm doing today? We'll put it in the app like you trying to get paid. Work that forklift or you work at the register. Juvie hit the beat, it gotta be registered.
Hey, gotta be registered. We are irregular, we not the same. I'm off the chain, they tryna lock us out the game. But I got the key with me.
We got the key, so let's open the box. Our skin is all black, so we look for the cops. Pray for our niggas that's holding the Skittles, and pray for our niggas that's stuck in the middle.
I got some tea and some Skittles on me. Pray for that officer following me. I'ma send him off. He gon' catch these heaters like he Randy Moss. Pray for me.
What up? We back with another edition of the best podcast you never heard of, the Conceited Knowbody. Episode 107. We out here moving, man. You already know I am Mr. Torres, aka Arthur Harrison, aka the Commodity. You know how we do, man. Another fantastic episode, about to get it popping off. This is usually TCK from the kitchen. Today is TCK from the pet store. Shout out to Benji.
Man,
we got a little Benji
man.
in this motherfucker. Hey, Juvie done turned to one of these weirdo niggas out here hugging and kissing dog. It be looking so beautiful though. Like I was checking out the story. Hell no.
Yeah, you is.
Hey, I wish my daughter was here so she could see that shit.
I know.
She like dog. Hell yeah.
See, that's why you gonna get one.
No, the fuck I'm not.
You're not.
For
real? You gonna get her one if she said she wanted one?
King of the castle.
I feel you.
No, but look though, we got a fantastic show. Of course, to the right, I got the man to make it all happen, the man with the master plan, Renaissance motherfucking Juvie. What's happening with you?
Man, shit, man, trying to get it shaking, running a little bit behind the torch, like the door on me, man.
Nah.
I thought, but then he turned around and said, because Nicholas had a warrant out for us arrest, so he had to lock the door, so. But yeah, I'm chilling, man. You know, up in here, ready to get it started. Got one of my favorite artists on the scene right now, Norrie The Goat. So we're about to get it kicking, man.
Norrie The Goat, he up in here to the right. What's happening with you, man?
What's going on, man? Glad to be here.
I ain't mean to interrupt you. To his right, we got the motherfucking world famous trespasser.
Oh.
Shout out to Nicky motherfucking Neptune. He definitely up in here, chilling with us. About to have a dope show, man. He come here flooding the scene with his Unity Expo coming up. But first, I'm not gonna talk about that. That shit's a whole fucking 2 months away. He had new flyers and shit like we fucking go for some shit. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna talk about something that's more close. That more close is don't seem like more near. Something that's near. Don't forget we have the Soul in the City, the R&B showcase featuring four Indianapolis artists.
I'm excited.
We got Victoria,
Y'all got 4 dope ass singers.
Victoria Allison, we got her.
Jamal White, we got Cambria, and we also got Terrence Anderson.
Terrence.
He working with you too.
Yes,
So yeah, he definitely. I know he gonna come, man, to put on a nice performance, man. He got some nice tunes. So we really got, man, like 4 different little sounds, man.
Shout out Terrence out there begging for followers. You got
R&B
Nicky out there on the trap. You got Nicky out on the strip, smack him on his ass, say, go give me some followers. Nigga made that fucking heartfelt video.
Oh, the everything. You know, I be trying to give niggas, you know what I'm saying, all the love if possible.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. That's what support is. But we got, like I said, a fantastic showcase October the 12th. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors, Fraud Design Studio, Illy Octane, CBA Promotions. I would say the other one, but he ain't shot us that bread yet.
Dirty ass.
Hey, he trying to pimp us. He trying to pimp us and shit.
I'm sliding
free pub. Shout out to Valid.
He's still shouting.
But anyway, it's neither here nor there.
But anyway.
But the show is October the 12th at the Icon Lounge from 6 to 10. It's going to be a great show. Tickets and events will be $10. Cheap $10. You can find that in the couch 3 times, so you should buy 3 tickets. It'll be 15 at the door. The way we structure this, a couple weeks after the first, so people, you know what I'm saying, have a chance to pay their rent. You know what I'm saying?
Strategy.
But no, it's gonna be real fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Before we really get it kicking off, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs. Shout out to my favorite Muslim, Asad. He said he gonna be listening today. He said he ain't standing for no slander. He said he is not standing for no
I ain't
slander.
gonna talk about it today because I don't know what he gonna do. You know what I mean? He already been down there acting real unusual. So he might come back and be on some, you know, so I'm just going
That motherfucker might be a shooter when he get back home.
You know, yeah, shout out to Side. We miss you. We looking forward to your return back to the TCK podcast to join us back on this luxurious ride, man, we got going on right now.
Well, let me get one slander in. I guarantee you right now, he's sitting around with about 10 niggas smoking one blunt. Shout out to the side.
That's depressing.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out to my homie, man. Shout out to my brother Chris, man. He overseas and shit. I think he in Afghanistan. Every time I talk to him, he in a different country and shit.
It's like a half-day rotation.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Chris, man. That's my nigga. He sent me some encouraging words about the podcast, talking about how he like enjoying it. He said he got a shout out to you too, man. He said me and you vibe off each other real good.
Sure.
That's my nigga, man. What else? Who you want to shout out, Nicholas? On camera, I gotta call you Nicholas, man. I can't have nobody.
I told you, I call him nigga. We talking that money, man. We talking.
Don't you feel Nicky and Norrie? Man, that's a goddamn sitcom.
We about to go crazy.
That's a sitcom, man.
I want to shout out.
I'm Norrie.
I'm nigga. Yeah, dark skin with dreads, light skin. Yeah, that's damn near a vibe.
You
said I want to shout out. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out TCK. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate, cause y'all always showing love. Y'all consistent. Y'all my boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep on doing what y'all doing. I'm here to give y'all what I do. Shout out to all my Valor people. You know what I'm saying? My Valor crew. We got the Robin Hood tour going on. Everybody who's participating in that, shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Norrie. I just caught 42 beats from him. Nobody else is to shop with him but me.
Everyone can shop with me. Everyone can shop.
Okay.
Man, you gotta pause that, man.
I mean,
territorial as fuck.
Them beats is too cold, bro. They look at him, watch out, look, he said, watch out, look, he want him. He want the beat, everybody want the beats. He's the Norrie The Goat. Shout out to Norrie though, he definitely get me together, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Other than that, yeah, man.
And you want to talk about your Unity Expo? It's November 16th at the same place, Icon Lounge.
Yep. The Unity Expo gonna be the same place you guys having y'all event with the singers. I'm gonna have a whole day event from 1 to 9 with some of the same singers that you got. I had to come get those because you guys did get some of the best ones. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got my hands on some of those, and I'm also involved in a fashion show October 19th at the Icon Lounge. Also, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to come by, get some Valley gear, and see me perform.
Icon is the poor man's fucking Baker's Life Field House. that's where the poor people fall. Reasonable rates.
That's where
Almost the poor people.
Shout out to Nikki. These 2 tickets, who they for? Me and Julie?
No, them 2 tickets is for whoever you want to give them to. Because you get in free, you already part
So
of
they
it.
$20 after.
Them $15 tickets.
We got
You know what I'm saying?
$30 coming. You got there, see them.
Yeah. That's your 30. You know what I'm saying? He got his own.
just a little giveaway.
On everything, good idea.
Yeah.
As I stated before we started, he came here with these flyers. They're very fantastic. Promoting this Robin Hood tour. They had that softball game where it was filled with unemployed people. People who are able to fucking play softball during the day on a Friday.
Yeah.
October the 4th, you got the canned food drive.
October 4th, we have the canned food drive. Really all food. Bring anything that you got. You know what I'm saying?
Non-perishables.
Everything.
Keep that
You feel
in
me?
mind.
Mac and cheese.
You feel me? Yeah.
Well,
I love mac and cheese.
We just trying to-
who y'all giving it to?
Second helpings. We donated everything to Second Helpings.
And this is
first go around.
downtown organization.
Yeah, we're gonna be meeting at the Monumental Circle between there and Icon to kind of get people's attention, let them know what we doing,
Photo ops.
all that.
That's what's up.
You know that.
I see you out there kissing that homeless lady on the forehead.
I'm
Shit, then
giving
rub
the
patterns.
pants. I'm
Keep
giving
up the
the
hoes.
pants.
Hey, this is some incredible shit. Do not bring beans to these motherfuckers. They are going through enough. Bring something constructive like some goddamn Campbell's chicken and noodles. Or some motherfucking SpaghettiOs.
Fruit, you know what I mean?
Do not bring no fucking lima beans. For one, if you got lima beans, you stupid as shit for buying.
Yeah. Nobody, no homies buying no what.
But this, we also got the Valid Breast Cancer Walk on the 13th.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What is
sir.
that? I always wondered, like, what was the concept? Like, what does the breast cancer walk do? Is this how you eliminate cancer from the breast?
I guess it's to support and show
Can you
support.
imagine you laying on your goddamn deadbed and you're like, hey, nigga, I'm out here walking for you. Hang in there, nigga. We walking.
Hey, that's what they love it.
Man, this shit's crazy.
I guess it's tradition, right?
It was really saving lives.
You mean like
you
the
do it.
actual.
But the walking is
If I catch some
walking is
shit,
good
if I
for
catch
people.
fucking brain cancer, don't walk for me.
Damn.
Don't walk for me.
You want it to be over?
Just be up.
I don't do no insignificant shit. Don't. That's like give me the thumbs up, nigga. Thanks for the thumbs up. I really could use that shit. I don't like shit like that. I don't like insignificant shit, nigga. I'm out here dying of brain cancer.
You gonna walk?
Hey man, I got this T-shirt with your name on it, man. Latour strong. Hashtag Latour hang in there.
Hashtag you gonna live.
I'm pretty
Hashtag Latour's forever.
I'm pretty sure when they do the marches and the walks for like things like that, I'm pretty sure they have to pay to get into it. Like $5, maybe $2, $5, and the money goes to charity to fund like.
Who the fuck is charity? I've always wondered who is charity.
You believe in charity?
No,
Who
I'm
the
just
fuck
saying.
is charity?
I don't necessarily believe
Okay, yeah.
in it.
See what I'm saying?
But the way the world
I
works,
understand what
it's
you're
charity.
saying.
Like shit, I'm talking about
Yeah.
their standard.
I understand what they're trying to like. I understand like this is good. You know what I mean? Like we can do something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know who was the ultimate goal behind whoever is hosting the little joint. Like it'll be like like the breast cancer run, for instance, that they have every year. Like ultimately, who's behind this? Is it the city? Is it the city council? Is it just one organization that has it downtown? Because they block off all kinds of shit, you know what I mean, downtown. So it gotta be somebody with some pretty much, significant
I'm gonna tell
power.
you, man.
And I know it's to raise awareness. Like, I mean, motherfuckers know cancer going on right now type shit.
Shit, I forgot,
So,
nigga. That's what they have their march. I forgot all about cancer.
You feel me?
Thanks for raising my
That
awareness.
type of shit,
Oh, yeah, you
know?
forget about that.
You know what I mean? So I just be wondering, like, what's the significance? Like, you know what I mean? Motherfucker can't give me a motherfucking rock and tell me it's a dynamite stick. You feel me?
Right.
Like,
Real shit.
True.
But
like this motherfucker in. So
True.
blow up.
real shit though, some other shit real quick. Before I do ask y'all this question, I do make note that I'm not making fun of breast cancer. We know we lose a lot of women to that. It's a sad disease that affects a lot of women. I don't understand where it comes from. I don't know if it's foods we eat or just environmental. But remember, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We do know that they monetize everything. They make it about money, and we get lost in the sauce, so to speak, man. So remember, women always remember. Don't just wait till October to get your titties massaged for lumps. But if I must ask, I want to ask y'all something because it made me think about it. Like I said, I wouldn't want to march. I don't want no fucking hashtags, no t-shirts, no. I'll take the GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
If you was on your, like they told you some shit, like, hey man, we looked at these tests and you got some shit that, you got 2 months, nigga. What would you want to do, Nikki? Like, I don't take the King's Island or some shit? Meet Michael Jackson?
My last 2 months,
Yeah.
I got 2 months to live.
Yeah.
I used to think about this question a lot. DMX had a song back in the day called "If You Had 24 Hours to Live, What Would You Do?" I don't know if y'all know that, but I always thought about that question. And if I had 2 months, I probably wouldn't even tell nobody, to be honest.
Damn, that's deep.
I wouldn't tell nobody. I'd go out like a champ. You know what I'm saying? And I give everybody they love and go hard for everybody as much as possible. Give everybody their best memories. And that's what I do. I just try to create the most love and most to my people as possible.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do right now. If I only had 2 months to live, and they tell me I can do whatever I want to do, all right. Well, every night I gotta have some fire sex.
Fire.
Fire sex.
Booty.
Even more fire head.
Even.
And during the daytime, I'm making an EP with Kanye West. Straight up. We working on that motherfucker. And everybody gonna know that's gonna drop. And you know what? Since I only got 2 months to live, it's gonna drop the day I die.
Period.
Fire. We going all the way. My family good. Everybody good. I'm creating that vibe. We good. We gone. Norrie The Goat.
I like to capitalize on that, Nikki. You said you wouldn't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Only because I would want the genuine. I want to keep the genuine all the way out to all my exes. Like I don't want nobody no extra shit.
Man.
Like I don't want no extra shit. You know what I mean? Like don't. You know.
That energy, that sad energy, that feel bad for you energy. That
I don't want 1,000 pictures on Facebook. Motherfuckers posting me with pictures they didn't see me. We just kicked it in.
Yeah, everybody start tagging me. Everybody start tagging me. They like this. I got all these pictures popping up. No, man.
Kanye West is my favorite artist.
Man, shoot, yeah, Kanye.
Is she?
He said, is she? He definitely my top
Yeah, claim.
5.
Me with 2 months to live, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I do exactly. I know I definitely spend it with my family.
Yeah.
I highly doubt pussy be on my mom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't know, man. I'd be like, damn. I'm like, bitch, we got 30 more days of this.
I have to go get that. I definitely gonna go hit something that
I
was
know,
supposed
like,
to hit
what?
that I knew I ain't gonna be able to hit it. Yeah, it's over with. I got 30 days to live. My girl gotta go ahead.
I gotta go
Almost dead
I gotta
ass
go.
pussy.
Huh?
You almost dead
I'm
ass.
gonna knock one. I gotta go get that one that I didn't get at least.
You right?
Yeah.
If need be.
You stupid.
Cause you
Norrie,
dying.
hey, Norrie was so disappointed in my answer. He just closed his eyes
you don't
under
wanna
the
die,
shades.
shit.
Like, wow, Nicky.
Hey man,
Nikki, you gotta
2 months,
stop.
man. A lot of morals either gonna fucking raise up or they gonna go away.
I'm just talking shit.
You're gonna turn into a good person
I
or a
hope I
savage
had a baby.
real quick.
What you
I'm about
saw?
to
I
start
hope I had a
screaming
kid
like
by then.
DC Youngfly on y'all show. I'm about to start screaming.
You about to
Every
start doing
time
what?
Y'all say
She's gonna
something
start
funny.
screaming like DC Youngboy.
Be yourself.
Just
Be yourself. Be yourself. Y'all seen that little movie you got a preview to?
nah.
You got a movie coming out?
He do.
How to Be a Player too?
If that's what you want to call it. It
It's
look like they
a-
shot it
It's
with.
like a YouTube. It's like a YouTube movie type
Oh,
joint.
no.
It looked like some shit they shot
It's
with.
terrible.
What did it look like they shot it with?
It's like they shot it with the
The very first camera film.
Sorry
iPhone
to that
4.
man.
Why they shot it with the iPhone 4?
You lying. He said it looked like you shot with
Not in mine, because it's not bad quality, but it's bad quality. You know?
God damn it.
And now
It's
bad
more, you
quality.
expect more.
So it's like,
I'm cool.
But before we
it's nuts.
get off it any
What
more,
about y'all movie? I just want to know if I can have a bigger role.
hell no, you too goddamn distinct. Every time you got that goddamn purple hair and shit, you can't be a character, nigga. You
I
already
have to
making that
be
time.
in the movie. I want to play the person. I want to be a real actor. I want to really play a role of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
gotta
a
be a
real
bit-
role.
Then you can do
A
that?
real role. Yeah, yeah, I'm dope.
I
I'm
feel
dope.
like I could play a serious role. I definitely feel like
I would
could
want to play somebody that's not me all the way out of my character and dig into it. Like,
That's what's
all
up,
the way
man.
dig into it. You know what I'm
We
saying?
got a lot of projects, man. We working on, man. So
Just
shit,
no gay
Brian-
shit. No gay shit.
Shout out to my homie
Oh,
Sam.
yeah,
First off,
yeah,
nigga,
that shit.
I don't know where that pops in your head at, man. This is not this. This is
not
not that
Hollywood.
community.
You might try to
This
be
is
up to
Hollywood.
date. You know what I'm saying? This
Hold
is
on.
Conceited Knowbody.
Now, if you know anything about me, you know I ain't with that foolery.
Ah! None of the
Goddamn
foolishness.
foolery. Foolery. But on some other shit though, shout out to my boy Sam too though. He is supposed to come up here and kick it with us. We do got some projects in the work.
So do I.
Of course. Did y'all hear that fucking Shaq? Cause I said foolery, it made me think about Shaq versus Dame Dollar.
I heard about that, but what happened?
Shaq is a quintessential hater.
Okay.
Oh,
I like Shaq though, but Shaq is a
Just be
hater.
just over.
It's like he that motherfucker who just can't let it go. It's always
Something
like,
you got a
no,
problem with?
He want to be the best of the best of the best in everything that he's done, whether it's rapping.
Oh, he's trying to rain on his accolades.
Yeah, I think it may have been Joe. It may have been on Joe Budden podcast that broached the topic of who's the best rapping basketball player.
Oh my God!
Shaq-
This nigga Shaq tried to.
Shaq put out a diss, and it was cool. It was okay.
Yeah.
I listened to Dang shit today. I said, good grief.
Nah,
I said, holy
You gotta
shit.
send me them
He
shit.
went crazy.
Dang.
On YouTube?
I heard it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I'm about to-
At
I can
this
look
current
this shit up,
time,
bro.
Dang Dash is still a SoundCloud
Yeah,
rapper.
which iPad is that?
This the newest one. This thing
Hey, he ain't good though. He was saying some real shit. I'm gonna tell you one thing he said about Shaq. Talk about how Shaq be tricking on girls and then taking shit back when he get mad.
Damn.
Hey,
Who
it
said
cut.
that? Who said that?
Hey.
Yo Gotti said that shit before. He said it in the verse before.
John Sally said on the Vlad TV that Shaq will get like a $900 per diem, $973 per diem from the Lakers. He would just hold on to it because he's Shaq. That's a couple bucks. And he'd give it to just a random chick, and then the chick run and brag about it. And she's not knowing that that's per diem from the Lakers. It's not like coming on this person. The adage is it ain't tricking if you got it. I totally disagree with the sentiment.
Is it rain, go away?
Yes. And it is very fucking disturbing the way he talked to our Jesus.
No advertising.
You gotta pay for the app. You gotta pay for the app. I don't want to go through that 5 seconds of idiocy from these people.
And this one right here is
Should've just passed me the torch. I got no remorse. I beat him like Rocky. I feel the tangle with Diesel. You jealous of me and I see you. Cause on this day, originals just can't fuck with this sequel. New school got no hits. Space Jam, not blue chips. Hangman, you shoot shit. Name 6, I'm too lit. Big name, got big bread, but you corny. Get bags, get purchased. Every time you get horny, they recall.
Damn.
Don't you was a cheat code. Know that you shoot for the cheap hoes. Shoot any work like you.
This nigga Dane was waiting for a nigga to try.
he was.
Shaq.
He was.
Shaq.
He
In
was.
particular.
He was.
It's like he sat on this shit.
Bars.
He probably already had
He
this
been had
done.
that shit. He was waiting on it.
He probably dissed like 6 other NBA players. He got hella diss records. Yeah, that nigga
He
went
like
in.
he had his mouse on the enter, the
Yeah,
click button to enter,
he-
like waiting like the upload,
Yeah.
waiting on
On
him to
everything.
say shit.
He was letting it out
The
too.
thing is, I actually heard Dang before I heard Shaq, and I was wondering like, why the fuck was Dang hitting on some? Because he hit on some personal shit,
Mm.
and I'm like, that's the spirit of hip hop though. As long as you ain't
Talking about something too hurt like that Pusha T shit.
because it's the spirit of hip hop.
That nigga pushed it.
That's the spirit of hip hop.
That was some sneaky conniving shit though.
That is the spirit of hip hop. It's all fear and love and war.
I mean,
It's
you
all
are right.
fair.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, so you know.
But it just shocked me because they basketball players. Well, that's what they known for. Dang, he definitely fucking got off on this shit. I like his flow. I like his fucking wordplay, the little diesel shit he threw at him, talking about blue. This ain't Blue Chips.
Yeah.
This is Space Jam. If anybody doing Blue Chips is this movie that stars Nick Nolte, Shaq. I can't remember. I think the white boy that played for IU. I think back in the day. I forgot who else. I thought it was Penny on there.
Penny.
No, I can't remember who all was in Blue Chips. I've seen that shit in the movies too. It's cool. What y'all think about Dang? Y'all like his flow? Have y'all heard him rap before that?
That was the first time I ever heard
That was
him
the first
rap.
time I
I
actually
checked
heard
on him.
him.
I've been checked.
Oh, Dang, nice.
Yeah, Dang,
Dang,
been
nice.
that dude. He
Nice.
been dropping.
Oh,
He
oh,
been
oh,
going. He was on BET rapping. He been $8 NBA.
I skimmed through some of his tracks.
Damian Lillard.
I skimmed through some of his tracks
Boy,
when I found out
man,
he
he
was
been
rapping.
nice. He been nice. He's the
Oh.
hardest rapper in the NBA.
I'm surprised.
Everybody been saying that.
I'm surprised Lonzo ain't had nothing to say about this rap shit. You know, he put a mixtape out at one point.
No, they did. That's
Lonzo.
what Lonzo. That's what they was talking about.
Lonzo
Lonzo and
just
Damian
revamped
was
his
beefing
jumper.
at one point about
So
the rap shit.
he focused on some other
He
shit.
he revamped his jumper.
Okay.
He needs to focus on his actual money maker.
Man.
But no, it was a little decent shit though. I like y'all get a chance looking at Shaq version too. Shaq got off too though.
So you want me to play it?
Did he?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I really thought you were about to be like, absolutely, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I really was going for it already. That's hilarious.
No, but no. While we're on the topic of sports, I do want to talk about real quick. Y'all get a chance to see the fight. Me and Julio actually over here.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
It was a good fight, man. I think people get caught up in moments and shit. They don't score fights right, man. I'm gonna tell you, I had Sean Porter winning at most 4 rounds, at least 2. I actually agree with the 16-11s, the 116-111s. I don't know what the fuck Larry Hazard was watching for him to give fucking Sean Porter the first 4 rounds. I had no idea what he was
I
watching.
think I might watch it again, but 115, 112. That's right. That's an even 12 rounds, right? 115, 112.
16, 12, 16, 11 with the knockdown. That knockdown made it 16, 11 on 2 of the cards.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I get. I'll be forgetting about the knockdown, man. Just cause man, it wasn't a devastating knockdown, but it's still a knockdown. You got counted. So like, shit, it is what it is, man. I'm just glad Spence won, cause I was nervous in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
I was
like I was when I was watching Floyd fight Mike Donner the first time. Like I was not like really saying too much that whole fight, all the way up to the last round, and I'm like, damn. Like if they gonna take this from me, they gonna rob you, or they probably gonna rob you. What they gonna do, you know? So
Spence a dog, man.
Yeah.
Sean Porter came for perhaps one of his best fights ever.
That
motherfucker, I would never fight Sean Porter unless he had a
fight him
belt.
again. I wouldn't even rematch him.
Hell no.
I saw Spence posted, let's run it back.
Yeah.
He didn't mean that shit.
I hope now if he's trying to find Sean Porter, he got options.
I don't even want to watch that shit again.
I'll
man.
watch it just because it's Spence, but
I would too, just because it's Spence, but I personally don't want to watch it as one of Spence fans. You know
I don't want to see it.
Like,
I don't really want to see Danny Garcia fight.
I don't either.
But yeah, Terrence Crawford, he got to be kicking himself in the ass when he signed the top rank.
He gotta be,
That
man.
was
You made a
dumb
good
shit.
point, man, the other day when you had said that. Just because it's like he over there by himself now.
Yeah.
And it's like he forced to fight mandatories.
And Bob Arum don't give a shit about him. He only care about Lomachenko and Tyson Fury.
Man, Lomachenko, overrated ass Lomachenko.
Overrated.
And Tyson Fury.
Bob Arum never been good with black fighters though.
Nah.
Never.
Hell nah.
But we just alienated our rapper friends, and
We gonna scroll all the way back.
before
Just
we
tap into the boxing shit real quick.
power.
The last, I'm not gonna even lie, the last boxing fight match that I seen was it was like the last Pacquiao fight.
Pacquiao and who
Keith
did this
Thurman.
fight? Keith Thurman?
I think so. It was like
That
when he
ain't too long ago,
he
though,
came
too.
back. Like
Yeah.
when he came back, it was like a big deal and shit.
That's probably had to be, probably Pacquiao, Keith Thurman.
No, I saw that. I don't know. Wilder.
Yeah.
Wilder. I saw
He
that. I
was
saw him
Wilder.
fight at a bar one time. I had somebody sent it to me on Twitter. They sent me, yeah, he knocked the nigga out. No, he didn't knock him out. I don't think.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's why-
He didn't knock this nigga
That
out.
had to be Tyson Fury, then big white boy.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
That was a long ass fight. Somebody sent that shit to me on Twitter. Shout out
That
to
was a long fight.
shout out to Aaron Hawthorne for sending me the link to that fight for free, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, you watched it on the screen?
Yeah.
That was a long fight though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even like
Shout
the
out my
last
nigga
round
Drip
was
Down
a
Hawthorne
long,
for that,
was a
man.
long 12 round. That
For
last-
real.
Yeah.
It was a long ass fight. I was at this bar. My girl had to go to this place called Saddle Up. It's like a salon. It's like a line dancing joint. I hate it there, but I go sometimes with her. You feel me? So he sent it to me as soon as we got there. She liked the line dance and shit. So I was like, perfect. Cool. Watch the whole damn fight.
The story, man. Thank you for sharing that with
You know
us.
what I'm saying?
I'm always gonna remember that. That's one of the greatest stories I've ever heard.
Something nice. You know what I'm saying? Norrie The Goat is for the ladies.
But look though, we talked about power, man. We always talk about power. What was your thoughts on the last episode, Junior?
Man,
Tell you my
that
thoughts.
shit, God damn,
It
man.
wasn't Snow.
Oh, where do I start, man?
It was terrible.
Do I start with Ghosts?
Man.
Do I start with Tariq?
I don't
Let's
know why y'all be hating on power.
Man, let's
man.
start with the names of these niggas.
Not
Like, why are they
real.
named these niggas? Why can't they have like
Not
regular
real.
people names? What did you
It's
call them?
not real.
Like that
And
shit.
who else?
It's not Tommy.
That
What
shit
Tommy?
dope,
man.
Tommy
Let's
Pickle from
hold on, man. Me
Rugrats.
and you know it's hot garbage, so let's go to Nikki. What's up, man? What's good about that show?
You watched the last episode?
Yeah.
What was so impressive about it?
Impressive. What was
Fuck the last episode. What is good about this shit? Period.
Exactly.
No, real shit. What's good about
In
it?
a nutshell.
Hey, I just shot you the link to the show.
In a nutshell.
I
In
don't
and
want
out.
to see it.
No, I'm talking about
In
this
and
show.
out.
Oh yeah, hell
Good.
yeah. I'm like, I don't want to see
Did
it.
it start off strong?
Huh?
Yeah.
What's
Did
up?
it fall off?
At first, no,
Debatable.
you like the first couple
Debatable.
seasons.
Debatable.
You hear me?
But-
You like the first couple seasons.
But if I can't finish it, then it's like, you feel
But-
me?
I really
You just finished
like
the second
it.
season.
I like the actors. You know
You
what
like
I'm saying?
that?
I like the actors. I
Who,
like the
on
people.
the show, who's a good actor?
Who's a
The
good
only,
actor?
the only good actor on the show is
Think they
Dean.
all good actors?
They killed off Holly. Holly was the only good actor on the whole
Ghost
entire
is-
show.
I thought said Ghost.
Ghost has no range. He
I think
does
I-
the same shit every.
I
He
think
has
I
no
terrible
range.
script.
Huh?
I think he got a terrible script.
You said what?
I think he got a terrible script.
Man, but even good actors make bad writing seem good. I don't think that he's doing it. It seemed like he's a good actor at first, but now all he do is he say, "What are you doing, Trees?" And he sit in the mirror and shit, wash his face with his shirt off every fucking episode. That's what he do every fucking episode. There's no fucking depth in his character and shit. What are we doing, Tommy?
I feel like they know people don't like the show and they keep on making it so people can talk about how horrible it is. They really like that shit.
They love
Bro,
that
that show is golden. It's because it's a good show, bro.
No, it's a black show.
Hey,
Bro,
shout out to 50 Cent and shout out to black people.
That's why. That's
for
another
supporting
reason
black
why I
people.
like
Fuck them niggas.
Even when
I
it's
fuck
trash and they know it's trash, they gonna fuck with it anyway.
Shout out to them niggas for having jobs, but listen, that shit is hot
That
garbage.
shit is horrible.
The acting is terrible. The storyline is terrible.
Story trash.
And he never
Acting
seen it.
trash.
He never seen it. He know.
I ain't never seen it, but
He
it's
know.
trash.
That motherfucker. That's how we know he the GOAT. Because you ain't gotta see the shit. But it's Grand Theft. You play Grand Theft? You play video games?
I do, but
Like
not Grand
GTA.
Theft Auto.
You never
wrong
played
with you,
Grand
man?
Theft Auto?
You
never
like
played
like
Grand Theft
I play
Auto.
God of War.
That's cool.
that game's so
You play a
fucking
lot of
boring,
RPGs?
repetitive.
You tripping? The guy, have you played God
That
of War?
shit's
I
so
don't
repetitive.
like first person.
It's
shooter
just running
games.
around, just hit motherfuckers over and over and shit. I like the storyline of God of War.
That's what I'm saying. That's what hooked me in.
Story cool, but man, the
I don't play
gameplay is fucking repetitive. It's like Pac-Man.
No, it's not.
Just doing the same shit over and over.
No, because you get
I ain't
different
got
weapons,
time.
you get different variations, you get a whole bunch
My
of different
fingers be
shit.
hurting.
I really fuck with it. I got my little homie playing it at the crib right now. I just like to watch it. That's how good it is.
The story dope as shit. They
I really don't.
They play. Well, the last one was the Greek mythology.
Yeah, they went so he's on a whole different realm.
I got.
I mean, the story is good. Where I can go on YouTube and I can look at the story and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the actual gameplay, I
I'm
play.
not with this attitude every episode, man.
Say,
This attitude, man. This fake ass little rah shit she be doing every month.
I don't know why she's so mad.
Episode.
Why?
She
Why?
always yelling about
Why
some
Keisha
shit.
mad? Nick, since you like the show, you probably get
Keisha
explained.
wanna. Keisha mad because of her position she playing.
Side note.
Why
Side
she
note.
mad? Go ahead.
I'm a 2K assassin.
Play 2K?
That's for anybody
I would
listening.
never game. I'm on.
Norrie The Goat is
I had
my
fun
gamer
playing
tag.
2K. I ain't good.
My gamer tag is Norrie The Goat.
What you want?
I'm trash.
PlayStation
PS4.
4, yeah.
I'm gonna get you a game where you fuck with Madden.
Nah, I only fuck with 2K, bro.
You on
2K just
PS4?
Oh, Mortal Kombat. I'm
2K too arcadish to me, man. It's just them fucking 3-pointers and shit is ridiculous.
not on a new one.
I got the little.
On 20. You still feel that way?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't played.
See, that's what I'm
I
saying.
only played my player. I only played my player.
On 2019, you can just do whatever you want to do. But on this one, you gotta they have a percentage sign at the bottom, and it tells you like this person is like 60%, 100%. They may hit this, even if it's 100%, the nigga still might miss.
How you feel about them integrating the WNBA on there?
I feel like it was necessary to show them appreciation by putting them in the game, but it's still like the same thing. Don't nobody.
Why you think it's necessary to show appreciation?
Because I feel like they don't really acknowledge them. I
Who
think
cares?
we don't care, but I'm just saying.
So,
like,
hold on. Participation ribbon?
yeah.
Fuck that ribbon.
He's back. We back on it.
No, cause like
You would have did
like
that?
that's
Like if you was a game owner?
He funny as hell.
I know,
He always on that. He always on that.
Don't nobody
He
go to
needs to be a
WNBA
gang leader. That's what he needs to do. You need to have a
Like,
gang.
don't nobody go to WNBA game. It's no marketing shit where people clamoring for that shit.
Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah,
a
you
big
like
thing.
Tommy,
Didn't the
bro.
Fever win like a
You think
championship?
they added on to the profit,
Didn't the
though?
Fever win a championship at one point in time? The Fever?
See, that's how I don't know.
Didn't you, but don't you think you added on to the profit just a little bit? Like that's an addition?
I'll guarantee you, if
'Cause
somebody
they
had
didn't
never,
take- no,
if
no,
nobody never bought
away from
2K,
them.
my fault, they ain't gonna get it because Washington Mystics on there.
I feel like it's, and I hope I don't sound sexist.
It's not
I feel
sexist.
like
That's some
it's
shit
bitches. I feel like
that's a term they put out to make you feel guilty about having a fucking manly opinion.
But I feel like men love women so much. We saw them wanting to play basketball. It was like some richer men. They was just like, we gotta give them their own league too.
That's how you feel.
This is how it was.
And do you think they failed in their invention?
I think that it was no, because everybody need to feel like they're important.
How come?
Because everybody.
You should be important on your, you shouldn't be made to feel important. You should already be important. That's like coddling. Like, why do you give women a whole league to make them feel, to do some mean shit?
I feel like it
Because
depends.
there's no place for them to do it in the men's world. So they need to have
They
their
equal
own.
though. They strive for equality.
They
so,
do strive for
so
equality.
why don't they go play in the NBA?
Because there's no room for them in the NBA.
Yes, it is.
No,
If you equal.
But they strive for it.
If you equal and shit, you don't feel.
I've come across women that like, all right, I've come across women where they'll say like we'll have the conversation about equality, and the women, and I'm not saying that the women that I date or talk to are like weak, but they don't like, I mean, like, they're not really on that like, oh, I want to do the same things that you're doing type shit. Like,
You said they not like that?
yeah, they're not on that.
Don't you think that there's some shit that's propagated by the media? Like,
Yes.
Because on a daily basis, you don't see women out here
I
like.
personally never, I ain't not.
But I also,
Exactly.
but I also think that that's like some.
Yeah.
It's. I think I want to say that's city bound, and what I mean by city bound is like we only know what we know from Indianapolis, and like we do know cultural events when they occur, but we don't know what's the norm over in Baltimore.
The world has gotten smaller since the advent of the internet. We know everything that's going into Baltimore.
But what I'm saying is, but we don't know. But how we're gauging what we're gauging off of how we live and our own experiences. So we don't know how like what men are like out there in Baltimore and what's the culture for them to treat women.
I would tell you, they out there with Stringer and they out there with fucking Avon and they selling dope.
Oh my God.
But aside from that, niggas are niggas everywhere. There's no variations and shit. Some are a little bit more rough and shit, consider their neighborhoods that grow up. But just the manliness of a man is the same way everywhere. When you said that, when you said that back in the NBA shit, if a man created the WNBA, I guarantee you it wasn't based on feeling. It was based on him seeing an open market that he can galvanize and make money off of.
Like, I love these girls, man. We gotta get them a lane.
We talking about WNBA?
Yeah, that's what the dude said.
But no, we don't have too much. I can talk about that all day with no result. I only give a shout out to, I guess I can give a shout out to the Texas legal system as they found I want to say her name wrong, Amber Geiger, the lady who last year she killed Botham James, or Jean, I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. She is a police officer that
tried her hand and
allegedly accidentally stumbled into the wrong part of the truck.
tried her hand in the slaying of a black man. She tried her hand and thought she was gonna get away with it, and she didn't succeed.
She said, "Damn."
Everybody else doing it.
She said, "No." She said, "Damn." I thought this was my house. Said, "Girl, I ain't even know."
Damn.
Yes, I shoot you, nigga. But she broke.
No, that was after she killed him. That was like,
damn.
When everybody showed up.
She broke into the house and she slayed. She killed him, only 26 years old. She's a police officer, and I actually thought that she was gonna beat it. She was found today guilty of murder. I'm trying to pull it up right now because they was in the process of the beginning process of the sentencing. I think that she's facing like 5 to life.
5 to life.
I'm imagining they give her something like 5 with time served. She do 2 days. They said when she broke in, and I'm telling y'all, now hold on. Do not be mad at me for telling this truth. They said when she broke in there, they said when she first left, they said the camera in the apartment described her as a white lady who had a valid hoodie on.
You stupid as fuck. It's dirty ass.
He said that shit up way.
He did. He was so bad.
Indianapolis.
This nigga is thorough with it. Yes, listen.
No.
The description.
Those shout out to Botham Jean, man.
It's 2 cases that surprised me.
Valid collection.
It's the fact that lady got convicted.
Me too.
And it's the fact that TK didn't get out.
Bury that nigga under the jail. Don't let that nigga out. He's a man of society. I'm scared for my fucking life. These young killers are out of control. Fuck that little nigga. Fuck TK. He don't give a shit. He don't give a shit.
He still,
Oh my God.
I'm so fucking happy they kept the nigga in jail. I might want to go to a gas station in Texas one day. Shit.
He said, "I'm gonna take it. I don't think you want no action. You want action, you get turned into past tense." That nigga was a menace. He said, "Yo, boy, teeth. Well, let's get this subtracted." Bro. Yeah, he did a race, bro. Listen, this man ran and then made a song about it on the run.
little cuz crazy.
And got famous on the run.
He smoked cuz.
I don't even know if he a crack baby, because I don't know if crack was, you know what I'm saying, as prominent as it was.
No,
when he was born.
his family,
Yeah, I don't
both of
think
his
he-
parents was
Yeah.
gangbangers, like heavy, like real gangbangers.
Yeah.
So he didn't have like no upbringing, like, you know what I mean? Like he ain't really had nobody. That nigga
Say the
was like,
motherfucker apple ain't fall far from the tree. Huh?
Smoking
yeah, that nigga swole now. You seen him?
niggas. Yeah, he
He
big.
look like a pit bull.
He do like a little pit bull.
Like a killer.
Like a little bully.
Fitzy. Fitting. But no, all jokes aside, man, it's very unfortunate because it's just, we talked about it before, like how we are so desensitized to killing. And it's crazy because it never started with the TKs. Or what's the little dude named in Florida who was riding around dead body like a weekend at Bernie's?
What?
They killed his buddy and shit, Joe Johnson, like he ain't
Lion
doing
W,
it.
Melly.
Like niggas so desensitized and shit. Like he had that song, what was it, Murder? What was the song he had?
Murder on my
Murder
mind.
on my mind.
I didn't stream it. I didn't want to feel like I was adding. I wanted to hear it, but I didn't want to feel like I was contributing to the financial.
I don't enjoy
I
his
didn't.
music.
I heard it through other people. I didn't go looking.
But
for
my
it.
thing is though, it don't start
My
with
younger
them.
family told me about it.
It don't start with them. It's gonna be a perfect segue to talk to Norrie about his shit. But we always blame the TKs and the Melly for being these killer children. But the thing is, I come from the generation where we popularized killing the music. Brother Lynch, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and this is how come hip hop became so prominent. Aside from the fact that it's just based on talent, but they know that it was detrimental. Like the message is detrimental and stuff. And when you hear your favorite artist or somebody you look up to talking about casually doing drugs, selling drugs, killing, it makes it seem cool. Because you listen to somebody who's successful. And like for people who don't have, like, I've always been mature enough to never get engulfed in the ideology. I didn't ever want to be a Crip or Blood or nothing. I did want to be a thug. Thanks Tupac. But I didn't want to go do no silly shit. Everybody ain't got the same mental capacity to, you know what I'm saying, like this is entertainment. And they know that we come from not a generation, but a culture of people don't have positive role models.
Yeah, the only role models were like we only had negative things. It like if you, it was like they forced us to do negative things to make money. So it was like that was our only option. So if you only had it to look for, like you only gonna look forward to that.
Yeah, and so and that's just where we at with it.
Unless you wanted to dive fan first into the school system.
And we see, school system might be selling crack too.
Yeah, on everything.
And we went from the murder to the homosexuality in hip hop. And the song Joe Budden had, he said, we used to be, what he just sounded like, we was tired of the killer talk, now we suffocating from the pillow talk. Like that transaction happened so fast, transition, I'm sorry, where we went from super hard gangster, or you can even say awareness, you know what I'm saying, socially conscious rapping to hardcore super gangster shit. And I was trying to think about it earlier, like when did it change? And I'm thinking that it changed like right around the Bad Boy era. When Mace was out there fucking dancing, shit like the Temptations, the She's and Hard and every
Had
fucking
the Chinese suits on the shit.
It started softening it up, making everything, you know what I'm saying, less intimidating, and then they was using the 80s fucking music and shit to give it that pop feel.
And then Kanye West popped up, the most not gangster black rapper.
Right.
To ever be taken in serious, like to be taken, he was like the first.
Let's go MC Hammer first.
But he's not. But he wasn't. He was like more of an entertainer, like dancer. Like he was like doing shit like that. When it like Kanye.
As
West,
I say MC Hammer, goddamn, I apologize. You fucking right. Let me just before you have to explain yourself, before you gotta waste your time on me, goddamn it. You right. You fucking right. I pulled my fault. I pulled out MC Hammer just for the sake of an argument.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like,
I wasn't gonna say young MC, but he had no fucking level of fucking success that Kanye had.
Kanye West, they took him serious, and he wasn't rapping about no street shit. He was on a roster with Camerons.
And that's
Jones.
how come he had that validation, though.
Yeah.
Because he was surrounded by people who did talk
you
that
gotta
shit.
be connected to
and he was accepted by them,
Mm-hmm.
which is sort of like the 6ix9ine shit. And right before we get into it, they said that he's refusing to go to the witness protection program. He feels that with sources say that he said people out here talking about you snitch or haters. The most overused word. It used to be vibes new one. I'm so fucking sick of vibe, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Everything's a vibe. Yeah.
Oh, vibe.
Yeah.
It was one
It's because
word
of 2
I'm
Chainz.
tired of.
And Trey Songz and Ty Dolla $ign
Tired of toxic.
and Genetic.
Yeah, I'm tired of that word.
But that
Nicki
word is
Minaj.
that
But
word
it's
is
real
important.
shit.
Yeah, that's an important word.
But it's
That's
an
it.
actual.
I
When you
started that
when you
word.
explained the meaning to me the other day,
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
That word is
Damn,
very important.
that shit makes sense.
You need to keep that word, bro.
Yeah.
You can't kill
I
that.
use that word.
What?
Vibes.
I mean, you trendy as fuck, though. If niggas start doing push-ups and shit with a snake on their back, I guarantee you got 2 on yours.
Oh my god.
Funny ass.
Yeah.
I turned my hustle. I renamed something that's and turned it and the name of it is called Vibes now.
He said, yeah, like
You
Blue
trying to
Mountain.
steal fucking JB? You trying to steal Boomer them shit? Shout out JB Vibe Boomer.
Ah,
Boomer,
stupid.
you a fucking well. You Drake nigga. You sound like
You
you said.
stupid.
Shout out to Boomer show
Ain't
this
culture.
Saturday.
I'm no culture.
Tekashi
Boomer
6ix9ine
getting
came
busy.
in.
So can 6ix9ine come out and be successful, Nick?
Can't.
No, it's over with.
It's
Nobody's
over?
gonna want to work with him.
I don't
It's over
agree.
with.
You think he can?
You think he can?
I think that I don't think that he's gonna
Publicity
die, and the
was
reason
great
why
for
I
him,
don't think
but
that he's gonna die
Successful now.
is because I think people will be afraid to kill him.
No. I'm talking about can he be successful rapper?
Yeah, he'll have a fan base because the same people that like his music still like his music.
Did anybody like his music?
The people that was watching this shit, yeah.
Okay, now we like this person. They like this personality. It's trolling.
Mhm.
His actual music. Do you know? Have you ever heard anybody buying his 6ix9ine?
They beat him.
Do you think his image sold his music?
The clubs was my fault, yeah. The clubs was banging this shit. I'm not like that. I don't really want no friends. Like that song
Oh,
with Nicki
yeah,
Minaj.
yeah.
See.
But it's only popping because of Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Like by itself, what was he doing?
I'm
Like
not-
far as music, his whole
He
persona
wasn't doing
was
shit.
fucking. His persona was his image.
But
And
that song was catchy though.
Oh, you saying
he wasn't doing shit
You
at
saying
all.
like he don't got a music persona. Like it's not.
he got a.
His whole shit is based off of
Yeah.
Listen,
that troll.
I believe that in this world that we live in, it's possible for anybody to come back from anything. You got listen, and the reason why I'm saying that, you got what was that man's name that was married to Kris Jenner?
DMX signed another deal with Def Jam. Did y'all know
Bruce
that?
was
What is-
DMX.
yeah, I knew that. He just signed a deal with Def Jam.
What the
He
fuck?
deserves
Bruce Jenner, for real. Bruce Jenner, he was just on I think it was GQ.
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner was an Olympian, gold medalist.
You bullshit.
You didn't know that? You knew that. No, I know you knew that.
Yeah.
But people don't know that.
Yeah.
He was on
They
the.
don't. That's fucked up. They don't.
They really don't. He was on the Wheaties cereal box of cereal for champions. This man was like out here. He completely rebranded himself as a woman, detached from his genitalia to recreate new genitalia.
He said he still has a cock. He just.
Oh, he still has it?
He said he just retired it. His
Wow.
words, not mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so he still has that, but he's like literally re-identified himself as a woman. I was misinformed, and he is accepted as that. Won awards for it still, and that's crazy to me. That's
And-
crazy.
but-
Anybody
but-
can come back from anything in
No,
America.
let's keep it in context with the world we live in.
Branding.
That weird shit has been socially accepted, and they trying to normalize it. So it's advantageous to the powers to be to push him in the forefront of that. Snitching has never been normalized. It
But-
has never been accepted at any level, whether it's political, whether it's fucking street shit,
But the
whether
only
it's a
thing-
nigga tattletailing in the
But
fucking
it's different
third
when
grade.
he's not a nigga, tattletale.
Mafia,
That's why it's
but
different.
this is the thing though, even like in the mafia, white boys don't like fucking snitches. That's why they got that nigga, the white boy who they alleged killed himself, who was on them planes with Clinton and shit.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get him out of here. He gonna tell on us.
Yeah. They
nobody
definitely got to.
likes snitches. And so his whole, and what it is, his persona was built on some tough guy shit. I'm a blood.
Mm-hmm.
So what is he gonna talk about now that people wanna hear?
I do feel that his subject matter is kind of.
Like,
He can talk about how the niggas tried to set him up. I definitely feel like they tried to pin everything on him, and I
They
definitely.
wanted to just trying to kill him.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like that he's doing everything he can to secure his life and his youth, because they was like fuck him. They didn't give a fuck about him, his family. They was fucking his baby mama. It was a whole bunch of shit, and nobody ever wants to look at like.
If you in the game, you in the game.
You are in the game, but everybody always want to talk about what a nigga did, but not what a nigga going through. What pushes a
That's
nigga to
what
do
you
certain
you
things.
chose this life though.
It
You can't be victim and volunteer at the
It's
same
not,
time.
but it's not victim and volunteer. That mean, but like,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then can't nobody be upset about anything that ever happens to them because they chose to do that. That's
No,
not
you
fair.
you can't be upset about the life you choose.
But like, bro, if you stub your toe, you stub your toe. It don't matter if you do it in the street or at
That's
home.
some shit that can be an accident, though, man. We talking about motherfuckers making conscious decisions to live here, wear red rags, talk about you with fucking blood.
But regardless
get
of
popped, and now
because
you
they
want
giving
jail.
it's different.
I was a bad boy.
They were extorting him. He was tired of being extorted. It's a difference. Like sometimes you don't know how shit gonna play out, and you looking at your life how it is and what's gonna happen if you come up. And if you sometimes you gotta take that opportunity to come up, and you gotta take that. A lot of I can.
Who
tell
was
you,
gonna extort him?
the gang was already extorting him.
So why in the fuck did he join the gang?
Because they weren't doing it at first. They trying to
No. He wouldn't have had to get extorted by a gang. I've never been extorted by a gang. You know why?
Because
I've never been in a gang.
But he not.
He didn't have to be an adult joining gangs.
You wanna know what I be wondering though?
What?
Why are certain gangs automatically linked to like record deals and record labels? Like why is it like that some people can just get in the gang and then like immediately like it's like they're boom. Like why are those things? I feel like gangs, government, and record labels are like all together. Not necessarily working
I know
together.
exactly what the fuck you see.
But it's just like they like really
Think Snowfall.
Yeah, like it's like photosynthesis. They need each other. They use each other to like
For
expand.
it to be a strong side, there has to be a weak side.
Yeah.
They have to coexist.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
just-
saying? But fuck Tekashi, we're gonna talk about a real rapper. His hair is colorful, but not actually rainbowy. It is a what is it?
He's
Blonde,
stupid.
beach blonde.
It's
What,
like
platinum.
yeah, platinum.
Platinum.
It's supposed to be like frosty, kind of almost gray.
Is that what it say on the box?
No, I go to the store. They do it. I go to like the real place, like Kiss Kiss Bang. Shout out Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You know what I'm saying?
Hair salon?
Number one hair salon in the state.
For real?
For real. Yeah. I go there every like month to get my hair done.
Hold on, man. We all this shit out. I'll go there and get my hair done. I don't want to hear that shit.
I like that.
No, shout out to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah. Shout out Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I go there to get my hair colored, not done.
What y'all be in there talking about?
I just be
This
sipping
bitch
wine,
crazy.
chilling. No, I just be chilling. I don't really be talking too much.
Is a lot of females in there?
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, last time I was there, we were talking about cell phones and iPads and shit. But
I hated you.
she was talking about, she was asking me about my plan. She wanted to switch over to AT&T.
He had no gossip. Yeah, they hate me coming in.
I was telling about my new, I had just dropped my Saved by the Bell. My
Was
EP.
they there banging?
Nah.
All right. That's what's up, though, man. First off, man, I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Juvie, the one who told me about you. He told me you had some hard shit. He was playing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
He know my musical ear. He know I don't like to hear the same shit that everybody do.
That repetitive
Everybody
shit.
got the same ad libs and everything.
He don't listen to none of my shit.
Huh? Yeah, I do. When you say it to me 10 times in the fucking room.
Hey, did you hear it? Did you hear it?
You gonna listen to my shit.
Did you hear it?
But shout out to Juvie. He the one got me hip to you, man. And I actually do like it.
You got your hit.
I didn't get to listen to Saved by the Bell. I listened to a couple songs when you got here. And the song that you told me was I asked you what was your favorite one on there.
Should have known.
Because I wanted to just, you know what I'm saying? And I did like that when you said you did all the beats.
Yeah.
But we're going to get around to that. We will not start the book at the end. We're going to start at the beginning. How long you been rapping?
I have been rapping since 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, about 21?
Yeah. I'm 26 now, so I don't know. I can't do math. I'm not that good at math.
That's
Like
cool.
subtraction.
Yeah. So you were originally from Cleveland. How long you been in Indy?
I moved here when I was 8 years old.
So do you feel like, where you feel like you from?
I definitely feel like I'm from here. I feel like I have more Indianapolis culture. My family is in Cleveland, but I don't really like.
You know, go there, visit.
I mean, I go and I know Cleveland culture, but I can't grow up and say I was taught Cleveland culture. I
You
grew
up
up.
in the streets in Cleveland, though. You grew up in the streets.
I mean, I grew up. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like a little bit of both, like, cause it was. I mean, I remember walking to the like corner stores and seeing shit that I wasn't supposed to see, and like you know what I mean in Cleveland, but like. I did most of my learning and true growing in Indianapolis, but I was aware.
When you say culture, the Indianapolis culture versus the Cleveland culture, what's the biggest difference for you between the two?
Language. It's definitely like a jargon thing, like slang words. Like people here, they be like, "I'm shitty than a bitch." In Cleveland, they be like, "Yo, I'm salty." Or like damn, like niggas here be like, "Damn, bro, what you tripping for? Why you mad?" They be like, "Oh, he hollering." In
Oh,
Cleveland. Like, he hollering. They say shit like that.
Like, I done did the salty and the trim, but I never heard the hollering.
Yeah, that's like real, like Cleveland shit. Like they say he hollering. Like, or it just, if anything, he hollering.
So far as as opposed to just the slang, is there anything else that stands out? Like, how is the gang culture?
It's like I would say things here is kind of reminds me of like southern shit, like more like the way like crime happens is like very like wild like western, like anybody can get it. It's no shout out to Amani. I didn't mean to do that. Shout out to Amani Train on her. But literally though, no pun intended, anybody can get it in Indianapolis. You just gotta watch your back. I feel like in Cleveland it's organized. Everybody's trying to get money, and you only gonna get crossed if you looking like you gonna like a nigga that's gonna get crossed. Like everybody know everybody, so ain't nobody trying to fuck up the flow unless you a known enemy or you make yourself an enemy.
So when you moved here, so you about third grade, just estimating.
Yeah,
what was the shock? Was there any kind of shock for you? Woo.
That was me.
Woo, you with the spaghetti.
That was me.
Oh damn.
Go ahead.
I didn't eat spaghetti either. That's the thing. I had some chicken wings.
It was tough. It was tough.
Chicken one.
It was tough because it was tough for me because like a lot of my family had passed, and like I didn't really have like a good relationship with my dad because like he was a part of my life. I have an older sister too. Like we were a family. Then there was an argument, and boom, I found out that my dad has another family, and not only does he have another family, my brothers are like older than me. And my brother and sister.
So y'all are the other family.
Yeah.
Y'all the other family.
Ain't that crazy? We was the other family.
Damn.
So,
also, y'all. Damn.
Yeah. So it was like.
That's great.
It was like super different. So like that was one thing, and then my grandparents passed away. By the time I was like 7, I didn't have either of my grandparents. So that was tough for my mother, and she was an apartment complex manager. So it was easy for her to just dip out and go to a different company. So that's why we moved, just to like, we needed a fresh start.
And y'all didn't have any family here at all?
No, it was just us, me, my sister, and my mom, and my stepdad at the time. Shout out to Thomas Dennis.
And it was job related at the time how she moved here. Like, did she have options to choose?
She found out that it was Conner Properties is what she worked for, and Conner Properties had acquired a property here called Lexington Park Apartments, which is on like 38th and
South
Post.
38th Post.
I don't club. I mean, I don't rep. I don't bang. It's not like that. But I did live there for like 2 years of my life when I first moved here. Like, so yes, I remember the Church's Chicken and Pure Passion and all of the fucking Cadillacs and the nice cars. Like in the daytime too, when I was on the bus. Like coming home, it'd be like 3. Like damn, like it was lit. But we lived there, and then like we moved into like the Lawrence Township area. And I went to Sunnyside, and that's when things changed. So I was like in public school, and I hated it. Like I used to get in trouble all the time. Like I think when I first moved here, I got suspended from school every single day. I mean, excuse me, every week I was suspended or either in.
Clowning?
No, I was talkative. I would just talk. You couldn't get me to be quiet. I would sing or talk or something. Just do something I wasn't supposed to. And they were very strict at the public schools. It was like a 3-strike policy. So if I talk 1 time, it's a strike. If I talk 2 times, that's a strike. If I talk 3 times, it's in-school suspension. If I talk an in-school suspension, I'm suspended. So by Friday, I'm suspended. They tallying me up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my mother held me back, and in the middle of the semester, we moved to Sunnyside.
How did that make you feel getting held back? Because we know it's a stigma to people who get held back.
I would feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
I was mad at my mom for like.
And what grade was you in?
The 4th. I was really pissed. So I was like, man, like you know, and I know that I'm smart.
Yeah.
I don't need that shit.
Ain't that crazy how they can like? For one, you talk about the discipline system. I always talk about how school is damn near like jail, because you can get suspended for being tardy.
Yeah.
And the shit don't make no sense, and it goes to the thought or the idea that school is just preparing you for the world in order to be followers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just to follow the rules. It's teaching you to follow rules instead of actually learn.
Yeah.
Like things you need to learn. Yeah. It's for a system.
I definitely agree 100%. I never was that, and I believe that education can be a tool if you're properly educated on how to like learn and maneuver in school. You have to teach the children what school is for, and you have to show them what it's like to have a real life. You can't just give children, like, you can't just take them to school and take them home, and take them to school and take them home, have them play a sport and then take them. You have to show kids shit, and then when you're in the midst of showing them things, you can drop that knowledge on them because you're showing them something, so they have something to look up to. Kids don't like to listen to nobody they don't think is cool.
The thing with the school system, and you're right about that. They don't teach children how to think.
Mm-hmm.
They teach them what to think.
Yeah.
Like, they don't teach you to be a critical thinker. They teach you to just accept what they have written in a book with no kind of checks and balance system on what's in the book or the criteria. But it's just it's crazy. I don't want to go too much off subject, but it's just like reinforced white supremacy. That's all the education system is.
I agree.
But okay, so let's just fast forward past the elementary, middle school.
Yeah.
When did you fall in love with hip hop, or are you in love with hip hop? Do you love it?
Shit, I fell in love with. Oh man, I was like in the 5th grade, and it was. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be corny or nothing. Kanye West is literally my favorite artist, and it was because of the Late Registration album. I was in the 5th grade when that album came out, and this girl named Andrea May Robin Rhymes had the fucking album on bootleg because her brother was bootlegging it, and I begged her to make me a copy. And you wanna know something funny? I didn't even have a fucking CD player. I had to go get the CD player. I just wanted the album so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I finally got it. This is the hardest thing. I think to this day, I think I remember every song, like damn near every
Kanye
word.
first 3 albums might be classics. His first 3 might be fucking classics.
What about you? You not gonna count? I say his first 5.
I mean,
This is my opinion though.
well, cause I mean,
You fall off a little bit.
I got 3 written in my head.
Okay, so you got. I'm gonna just go in order. You got College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreaks, and then you got My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
I'll go 808s and I'll start. I'll go 808s. I'll go
808s
first.
and
You ain't
start.
going my
I'll go
beautiful
first
twisted
4.
dark
I'm going.
fantasy.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is like.
I liked it 2 of them. I liked it like passionately.
I was like
2
the
songs on
creativity.
that I couldn't get off of. So I know what you mean though.
I feel like when I listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I feel like I'm listening to what would be not the only, but a perfect album. It's not the only perfect album. Like,
I see what you're saying as far as the structure and
Yeah, like,
creativity.
yeah.
With it, like,
it's how.
that was amazing.
And then-
This
track
damn, I
was
couldn't
like-
fuck with Kanye on this album.
Yeah.
On the My Beautiful Dark Twisted, you looked at the track list.
Some people,
Yeah.
some
See,
people.
He
was
got
like,
some hits on that motherfucker, but I was just damn near done. You know what I'm saying?
I was too. I didn't think he had it in him after that. And you want to know what it was that did it for me?
That power, that monster.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It was before that. It was the first thing he did that brought me back in. It was the VMA Awards. The nigga performed Runaway live, and he did the album version with the auto-tune solo, like the 9-minute joint. He did that live for the first time, and niggas didn't even know what the fuck they was watching until they got the album. So that was the first hard thing he did. And then the second hard thing he did to bring me back into My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was the Good Friday. Can't nobody forget Good Fridays. That shit was fun. This nigga put Raekwon the Chef and Justin Bieber on a song together. Bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Who's doing that? Justin Bieber, and it was young. This is Virgin Justin Bieber.
Young Justin Bieber. Yeah, young JB.
Yeah. That was his last shit that was viable. You wanna count Watch the Throne? That's cool too.
The Life of Pablo is fire.
Ain't like the life of Pablo.
You can't eat.
Published to me.
I had that shit like 2 weeks before it came out.
I like a few songs on there. I like that shit with Chance.
I like that 30 Hours.
I like that shit with Chance on that motherfucker.
And then
I also like being one that bad. I kind of like that shit, but
the Father Stretch My Hands.
I like the love. I love Kanye. I like that,
That was
shit too.
amazing.
The old Kanye joint.
That beat was so crazy.
I like that Real Friends. That Real Friends.
You
they
damn
was-
near like the Life of Pablo.
Nah,
You
I did.
don't fuck with?
No, I mean, cause like I go back and listen to it again. I listen to the song.
Real Friends was a good ass song.
That Wool was hard to the bitch too.
The No More Parties in LA one fire with him and Kendrick.
I can't remember, so I must not like.
No more parties in LA.
I'm gonna tell you
Please, baby, no
a
more.
song that that he did that didn't get too much publicity. I like that white dress.
Yes.
That shit cold in the bitch.
Hell yeah.
That shit
Hell
cold.
yeah.
Shit, man, that's your boy, man. Take that shit. That shit cold in the bitch. So right here, you fell in love with that Kanye.
Oh yeah. And then I just dove into music from there. And then like when I got into high school, that's when I met other people that like fuck with music. But I never once, I swear to God, I graduated high school and I never once thought about rapping.
Oh yeah.
Never once.
So what actually led you to the actual thought of I want to rap?
I used to freestyle all the time, and I just had a knack for it. And it was never anything that I cared about. Or I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to go to school and be a journalist.
What deterred you from that?
Shit, like, writing hasn't been about writing since like 1922. Like,
What you mean?
You agree with that?
like, I'm saying like, newspaper articles and things like that haven't been like important to the masses in a very, very, very long time.
You said since 1922?
I was being dramatic.
Okay.
I was not like, that's not a quote. I was
Yeah.
joking. But
It's
it's just,
the internet basically.
yeah, it's just like, and I feel like they only like troll now. Like the type of writing that you see is like trolling. And I just didn't want to
It's
be a part of
insulting.
it. Yeah.
You ever look at Hip Hop DX?
No, I don't.
You don't go to any hip hop website?
No, I was younger. See, I didn't.
And no, the reason why I brought that up though, because like the articles they write, it's not journalists. They don't have no integrity. It's like we trying to be internet famous and funny at the same time where it don't offer insight. It's just a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like everything's editorial.
I get on Hot New Hip Hop because it's like kind of informal. Hot New Hip Hop because it's informal. I'm not on there yet, but I will be.
Okay. So, so when you start off freestyle, when did you actually be like, shit, I can do this? I got a natural.
It was my friend. It was my friend Casey, and my friend Casey the Icon. Shout out Casey the Icon, funny Casey. He used to be the rapper actually, and I was like the funny guy, the jokester. And he kind of like told me that he wanted to do comedy, so I would kick it around his friends that made music all the time, and we would freestyle. He was just like sat me down one day and was like, bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't tell you just for no reason, but I know you're gonna make music one day. And I was like, what? And I was like, all right. So I just started going for it, and like I loved it, but it was something that I didn't think that it was like a thing. I didn't think that people became famous. I just thought that you were famous.
And this at 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a late bloomer.
Yeah. So when you first, what was the first song that you did, or the first thing you wrote, and you said, shit, this is what I'm about to do?
Oh, I made this song called $1 Million Dreams. And I put that out and people like that. And then what happened was,
What you put it out on back then?
I put it out. Oh, my name was Moochie Norris back then.
Moochie Norris.
Shout out to the Houston Rockets.
Type shit. Niggas don't know. But I was Moochie Norris back then. And I was putting out music under that alias.
God damn.
And I'm trying to remember. Wait, what was your question again?
Like, what was the song that you was like, yeah, this me?
I was $1 Million Dreams, but that was a song that got me like popular. It was like a few. I did Kissing You. That was like the one back then, and then it was $1 Million Dreams. And then I put out an untitled freestyle. And I did a Last Call freestyle, Kanye's Last Call, and people was fucking with them. They was all off my phone. I made all these on my phone, like the beats and everything. And then somebody stole my phone. Because I made music, I like this crib where I was selling beats to somebody off my phone. And that's when I knew. I was like, damn, I'm hard in the bitch. I was like, because if I wasn't tight, niggas wouldn't be trying to stop me.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like going in. But I didn't become Norrie The Goat then.
So you mentioned making beats. When did you start making beats?
As soon as I started rapping.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was like immediate, cause I was like, I'm never gonna get on YouTube.
What app did you start with you?
I was using GarageBand on my mom's phone.
Okay.
I didn't have a phone at the time.
Yeah.
How old was you again?
I was like 20. I feel like it was younger than that. I want to say I was like 19, 20. Cause this was like when I had just graduated out of high school. I want to take it back a little. Maybe I started rapping in 2012, and I didn't put out a project until 2014.
So you ain't really take it serious until
Yeah,
2014.
yeah.
So how was it easy for you to make beats?
Yeah, because I had GarageBand, and with GarageBand, they have a thing where it plays chords for you.
I'm saying, was it easy for you? Because, like, it might just come natural to you, where somebody like me, you be like, man, it's easy, and I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you feel natural when you was fucking with it?
I don't believe that producing is like, I believe playing the piano or playing an instrument is a natural thing, but I don't believe that getting into a software and producing is one of those things that you just gonna be like, oh yeah, I get it. It comes with challenges, but I definitely do feel like I'm a talented, like, you know what I mean?
But it's like a certain ear you have to have and shit.
Yeah, I feel like I
the bars and shit.
I feel like I have those. Like, yes, I can definitely, like, I can rap at 16.
Yeah.
Like, I can just rap 16 bars.
Yeah.
Like, just like that. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely put together songs and shit very fast. I can make a song in like 15 minutes.
So when you so after you first got that, damn, I might be the motherfucking man feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was your thought process at that? Like, what was you like? What did you want to do with it at that time?
I wanted to expose it to the world. I wanted to expose it to as many people as I could, but I realized that that's not how it works, and you have to be realistic. And you know, I didn't want to just put out a project just because I was hyped, and I held back, and I just kept working.
And we on air. They gonna hear this shit on air. That's the answer reflux.
They need a soda or something.
A Rolade.
Yeah, that or some baking
Tones.
soda. Baking soda and water do the trick.
No. Well,
Y'all niggas
Just in the middle of the
commercial. That was a fucking commercial. Hey, it'd have been dope as hell if they came with the army hammer and shit. You know what I'm saying?
In my head it was like dum 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 dum. That's what it was putting. Like, I just didn't want to. Yeah, that's funny.
Mother shit. Now, originally, Kanye introduced you to the game.
Yeah.
At this point, when you making beats and stuff, who were some of the people that was inspiring you? Like, some of the people you look at, and not necessarily like you want to be like them, but people who, you know what I'm saying, you kind of.
It's funny because, like, when I started, like, because when I was first making music, I didn't give a fuck about anything. I was just in there doing whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have no inspirations. I was just like, because I felt like I was a creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to feel like a creator is to feel very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of basking in that as a child, as a teen. But by the time I started, like, when I became Norrie The Goat, that's when I was like articulate with everything.
Yeah.
I'm on it, like I'm ready. So I was listening to shit like Metro Boomin. I was like, that nigga's fire. Molly Raw. I don't know if you know any of these guys.
I know Metro Boomin, but Molly Raw, I never heard of.
He was doing. You ever heard of Famous Dex?
I heard of.
He does a lot of Famous Dex beats. One of my favorites, New Block.
Are these rappers?
No, Molly
I'm
Raw.
talking about what some of the rappers that inspired you.
Oh, some of the rappers. Lil Uzi. And these are just
Lil Uzi. He inspired him too.
For real?
He be selling Uzi dance.
Oh my God, you be
He be
doing
like this.
You be hitting the shoulder. He did it. I'm shitty.
That's that Uzi. I actually liked Uzi for a season. He got to be too much for me.
Yeah, me
Chase
too.
niggas, beat 'em up.
It was the more the upside down cross shit.
Yeah.
I pulled up to the concert and he had like a whole bunch of upside down cross figures, and I like.
What did that mean to you?
I mean, like, I don't like to talk about it too much, but I base myself on Christianity beliefs, and I don't like, and I mean, it's just not, I'm not like heavily into church by any means, but I have my beliefs. So it's just, for me to see that at a concert and you on stage and you singing songs that I enjoy, it made me feel a certain type of way.
And I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to tell you why I'm glad you said that. With this climate of rappers or hip hop, I come up in the area and shit where what you do and shit, it make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just see you on stage, I see you off stage.
Yeah.
And I see you off stage and some shit that I don't agree with, man, it turn me off. So when I see these, like, the super feminine, I'm like, man, that's some soft shit. Like, oh, I'll just listen to music. And I'm like, I don't know how y'all separate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. When you, if it's something that go against your moral beliefs and shit, that's some, you know what I'm saying?
I just fell back because it was just like when Uzi started doing all of that stuff, I was already like the feminine stuff too. I was already falling back off of him, but it was more like them old songs are still them old songs though.
Yeah.
Like I can't like forget about that. But it was other like who I was listening to Famous Dex at the time. I was listening to like Playboy Cardi. A lot of like the newer. It was like basically the whole like 2016 freshman cover, like the XSL cover. That's what I was on. But it was before then. It was like a 2014, 2015 type shit. So I was like excited to see them.
Do you feel like you better than? I mean, we gotta be honest.
If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm on because y'all haven't heard what I've heard. So like when I'm listening to my music and I know everything that I got, I feel like I'm competitors with the best of the best. Like not like the Jay-Z's, but like the people in my generation, like the Drakes and the Kendricks and them. Like I feel like
they ain't making their own beats.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I definitely feel like, bro, I can whip up a song right in front of y'all. If I had like some real headphones, I'll do it on the speaker. I'll whip up a beat at least.
Yeah.
But if I had my headphones, just some headphones with a microphone,
Yeah.
I'll make a whole fucking song right now in front of y'all. And I'm not just talking about like no rinky dink ass song. I'm talking about like some damn like this nigga just went in type shit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
So how did you transition to become Norrie The Goat?
I had already had the iPad. I was making music on the iPad, but I still had my phone too. I had just upgraded. It was like this around the time like the iPhone 6 Plus was like popping. So I had an iPhone 6, and I made this project called Overdrive, and that motherfucker was like slapping.
Project?
Yeah, huh?
Just made a whole project?
Yeah, I made a whole project called Overdrive on my iPhone 6. Okay. I like put the iPad down, I did it on the phone.
Yeah.
And that's what made it so significant. And the thing is, like, people was fucking with it in the city. I only posted it on Twitter. Out there, and had like 1,000 views. And that was a big deal for me. I only had like 500 followers at the time. Yeah. So I doubled that. So I'm looking at it like that. Yeah. And when I posted the project Overdrive, it was a goat singing in the microphone. I know you seen that picture, like the goat head, it is like singing in the mic like that. I posted that. And then like I was dating like my real life was. I had a whole bunch of money at the time. I had this is when I was working. This is like the last job I had to. This is 2016, and so I had like a lot of money. So I had like a lot of women. I had like a black chick, a Puerto Rican chick, white chick, an Asian chick. So it's just like my life is just like I'm rapping about certain things. I'm living out what I'm rapping, not on purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just happening that way. I was like, damn, I'm damn near the GOAT. And it's not because I'm better than anybody, but because I feel like I'm the greatest. Like I just feel like I'm like hard. And I was like, I want to make music that make other people feel that way. Yeah, I want you to feel like.
So you want to live up to your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want people to feel like they're great when they hear my shit. And why not? So I figured I might as well just call myself Norrie The Goat. And I feel like it was meant to be because the domain name was everywhere.
Yeah. What's your name Norrie?
No, my real name is Torian.
So where do you get Norrie from?
My last name is Norris.
Okay.
So I just took the.
That's what's up. So right now, you just put out the Saved by the Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you come up with the title from that? Was it from the TV show?
It was from the TV show. I was
Shout out to Zach Morris.
It was shout out to Zach Morris, all of them. It was
Lisa Turtle?
That bitch look terrible.
It was a last minute thing.
She look worse than Zach today.
It was about to say by the bell.
Go look her up.
It was a last minute thing. It was
what was it called at first?
It was called Not an Exit.
Oh, okay.
And so honestly, if you asking me, and this is just because the project is already out, I honestly wish I would have kept it as Not an Exit.
Why you feel like that? Cause I like to say about the big. I like that title. So why did you?
Because it's this guy named Eric Bellinger. He put out a project like 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago, called Saved by the Bell.
KRS already had a blueprint.
Yeah, I mean I know, but it's just. I mean,
I understand where you come from.
I don't think that it's gonna take away from anything that I'm doing, but I would just rather be completely.
I know your shit. I know Eric Bellinger's shit.
Yeah. I would rather be, but like if it could have been Norrie The Goat, Not an Exit, and it's not gonna be like, oh, did you or now it's Norrie The Goat Saved by the Bell, and you can look it up and it'll be like, oh, did you mean Eric Bellinger?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That nigga a hater. That nigga's a biter. Nah, but overall with the project, what was the process? You almost take away from my question considering how fast you do music. When you sit around and do music, is it all freestyle? Like we said, you had a personal song on there. Mm-hmm. But when I say freestyle, it's just like you sit around, you hear a beat, then you start doing the verses. Or do you listen to beat, catch the chorus, or do you go in with an idea?
I go in. I don't. It's never ideas. Everything is feeling based when I make music. It's all like emotional, and just how wherever I'm at mentally is where I'm putting. That's where I'm putting. That's what I'm putting out. So, fuck. How can I answer this question? Like, can you ask it one more time?
Like you basically answered. I said, do you like just go and write to the beat?
I do. Oh yeah, I'll be writing, but it starts off as a feeling though. Like it's the beat first, and then like sometimes it might be the hook, sometimes it might be the.
I used to sit there listen to that motherfucker.
Vibing.
But see, I say vibe, my shit different.
Oh man, what? So you the only one that can say it?
No, but I'm saying like when I say vibe, I'm like you. Must be like it's a vibe.
Oh yeah.
When I say I'm just sitting there just kicking, and you hear the beat, then. Cause like you can hear the beat, sometimes the beat talk to you, where it's like I should be saying this, I should be, cause that's usually how the chorus come or something.
Yeah.
So,
like I made this song on my phone.
Go ahead. I
made this song yesterday.
So you created a song yesterday?
Yeah. I literally made a song from scratch yesterday from top to bottom, and it's called 50. And like I made the beat, and when I heard it, the words that came to my head, it was like, really, I'm just trying to make it at the city. I can have $1, watch me turn this shit to 50. Do it on my own, don't need you niggas coming with me. Claiming you 100, but I know you niggas 50. You feel me? And it just, and those words, like the cadence came to me first. It was like da 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 da. You
played that on your story?
Yeah, I just played it today.
Oh, yeah,
hey, you peeped that shit?
I caught the lyrics.
Yeah, that's tight. But you know.
So like, do you think that you're capable of doing a concept album?
Yeah, I definitely always wanted to. I have like. It's a plan though. I want to. No, I just think that it just takes a scheme. You got to have a scheme. It's something that a lot of people that do those concept albums, they've been planning them for 4 or 5 years, or their whole entire life.
I feel like you got to keep coming back to the feeling. Am I good? Like so, say like I got to come up with a concept album. Say I did 808s and Heartbreaks. I'm not feeling heartbroken every motherfucking day. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever I feel like a certain kind of way, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna have to come back to it. Like I might make a song that. Okay, this one going 808 Heartbreaks, and like the next day, it's like, oh, I ain't in that mood, so I'm forcing it.
Yeah, like
shit. So it's just like
most of the time you just try to like when I'm in album mode, I get my brain fixed on a certain quality of music. I'm only gonna make I may not do any samples. I'm only want original content. I'm only gonna rap I'm gonna rap this hard. I know how to trigger certain energies production wise. So if it's like, damn, I need to make this type of song, I do that because I feel like that's a part of the job. You're supposed to. If I'm in an executive room with all of these rich ass people at like Interscope or some shit, really I would like to be a Universal because I don't like the secondary companies. But let's just humbly say Interscope, and I'm in a room with all of these executives. They're gonna be like, Norrie, I need you to make this type of song. I'm gonna be like, okay, I need you to do this. I can, and you need to be able to have range if you really want to go somewhere. So.
With that said, like, with that stifling your personal creativity and the way that you a person like do music, what is the benefit to signing to a Universal in 2019 as opposed to just getting it out the mother young?
Well, I'm only gonna speak on me and what I realize, from my perspective. I don't want to talk to everybody, but what I've noticed in the industry is that like right now in the industry, there's a lot of I pull out that gun and I shoot you, nigga. Aim it at you because I'm ruthless, nigga. Spit like this shit like I'm like, you know what I mean? They on that shit. Like everybody is on that shit. Everybody's talking about it. Like and so like for me, like I have songs like that, but when you get into the meat of my music, it's real music. Like even if you go listen to my singles before I drop, you got Mama's Dream and Better Days. So like you can listen to those titles and they sound soulful. So it's just like the advantage to signing to a record label for me is just that real push. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have a sound. I feel like my sound like I can make a pop song. I can put out one of my pop songs and I feel like it could be on the radio. But if I don't have $200,000 to push the song, it ain't gonna go nowhere. So I would rather go to the record label because they'll give me that $200,000 and I'll recoup that off that song. I'll do more than recoup it off the song if we gonna really give me, if you gonna push my song like Best I Ever Had when it first came out, my shit gonna blow.
When Drake, when that Best I Ever Had though, it's when he went on a major label.
All right. if you
or
gonna
even
put,
that little Nas X shit, he went on a major label.
if you go, but that song that was a viral. That's like an infection. You can't stop that.
But like, what I'm saying is to say like, who is going to record labels to get their album, to get their singles pushed these days? Like I'm talking about not established artists who've been on a label, but when an artist breaks, like who's going to the record label?
Lil Pump went straight to the record label. Lil Pump went to the record label, and
Do you think they look at a Lil Pump like they look at you though? I'm talking about far marketability and the audience that he caters to. Do you think that because when you get Universal, what they want is something that they can fucking play with, basically. And the Lil Pump, you talk to Recoup, and they use him. They know we get a couple singles out of him, and as a person who's, because I damn near know that you don't look at Lil Pump as an artist like you look at yourself.
Nah, I mean,
you look at yourself with more substance.
I go to him. But listen. When I want to learn how to dumb down my sound, when I want to like dumb down and like make like trap songs, and I'm not saying dumb down in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying like that like my lyrical content is kind of at a high volume. But when I want to learn how to like slow it down a little bit, I'll go listen to people like Lil Pump and the Playboy Cardis and the Gunners, because they have that. I wouldn't be able to make shit known if it wasn't for like.
That's not goat activity though. Goats don't dumb down to bring themselves down a level. We make people seeing you as a goat.
But hold on. But listen though, you gotta learn how to speak everybody's language. You gotta learn how to talk to everybody.
Or they learn to speak your language.
But
that's a ruling class mentality.
But like don't get. I don't want you to. I don't want to. All right. I guess I use a bad word then. I shouldn't say dumb it down. I wanted to learn how to make music in that culture, in that lane, and I wanted to learn that. And people consider it mumble rap, or they like talk down on it. So I was speaking on it in that lane because I know so much about music. But I was like, yo, I see like the beauty in that shit.
It's kind of like
the beauty in what?
Kind of remind me of what J. Cole just kind of did a little bit.
Yeah, that's the worst album ever.
Yeah.
Worst album.
Yeah, of course.
I think he's talking about on the feature side of it, not like on the album. You talking about on the album or the features?
No, I'm just talking about what he did. Period. As far
You talking about the Dreamville joint?
I mean, even with his new, even the album, even the was it KOD? I mean, he kind of did that with the trap drums and shit, and with the cadences and the shit like that. On there, he kind of did, which was like
he did it with body. He did it with criticizing the shit. He did body now.
He did that too late. He did that 2 years ago. Yeah. And he would have been the first. Oh,
plus he had just came out down there, you know what I'm saying, dissing.
Yeah, and then but like he only dissed him because of Nah, you right. It was before the Lil Pump for J. Cole. Yeah. But what I was saying about Lil Pump though, he went straight to the record label, and he had like a $2 million deal, and he renegotiated it to $8 million.
How did he get in contact with the record label? Do you know?
He was already popular.
See, that's what I'm saying though. So it's not.
It's really about connections, bro. If let's say all this shit be chance, bro. Everything be chance. I ain't never heard about nobody just getting famous and they knew that they was gonna be famous. They're like, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. They be talking about these chances that they took. Like Tyler the Creator went to New York to go have one meeting and he never came back home from LA and when he did come back.
I know what every day involved the casting couch too.
Oh no. Poor T, man. Yeah. Don't do him like that. Yeah. Shout out Tyler the Creator. But
are you a fan of Tyler the Creator?
I am actually.
Because he's he's like Uzi on steroids when it comes to Christianity.
I know. When I was younger, I went through like a phase, like, cause I was very, very into the church, and not like very into it, but I would go to church, and one time we went and the pastor was like, if y'all want to get these like this good service, you gonna have to pay like type shit. That was the energy he was bringing, and I was like, I don't feel that, and it was just the way he was coming off. It was just like. He's talking and everybody in the church is quiet, and it was like this. I hate to say it, but like this vibe. Like everybody was just like
that nigga was blown.
Yeah, and everybody, and I'm the only one like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like he's literally out here asking y'all for money, like literally
like basically in a nutshell, he's like, hey, give me some money
right now, so we can.
I'm 32 years old, and I just literally found out that churches don't pay taxes. And
Yeah, bro, they out here
it's
eating.
just all nigga,
they
let's go
eating.
to church. What you mean?
Think about how you sick as hell. This nigga said, let's start. I believe in it. Bro, hell no. I ain't.
Yeah.
You said what?
I just called him what he said.
Oh, let's not. Oh, that's some sick ass karma. You listen. People always ask me why do I keep like my Christian values.
Yeah.
And I say this. I got one reason only. First, well, it was two reasons. First of all, that was what I was basically taught. You can go out here and you can learn other things.
Fair.
You can learn other things, but like that is what it is. That's the first thing that I was taught. And it's like you can go through your life questioning everything, but what if what you were told was right?
I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian.
Christianity's a
But
lot.
religion is too small to fit me. And
That's no
like
shit
that.
you heard on a meme or some shit.
No, that's exactly what I made up. I've been saying
Yeah,
that since I
swear
was
I seen
18.
that. I seen that right before I seen Nothing Strong.
They probably got it from me though.
I have
Actually,
300 songs
song.
recorded.
Yeah, you got 300 recorded.
Mhm.
So okay, well, Saved by the Bell project is out now. I definitely got to check it out in detail. The two songs you told me to play, I liked them. But I gotta sit here and listen because you don't always
Take
catch
it to
things
the
when you fucking you miss shit and you know what I'm saying. So I definitely gotta listen to it. I enjoy it.
I definitely was speaking my truth. I feel like that was the first time I ever let anybody into my head
Yeah.
on a level, like on any level. Because
So it's the person.
yeah, definitely because it has. It's funny thing is like when we made the project, you know how
Damn.
it's almost over.
Hell no. But damn.
Niggas be like when they make their projects, they be going in. They'll go to the studio every single day. Like I worked so hard on this. That was. I mean, we worked hard on it, but everything was so premeditated. Every song that I did for that project was already done.
So you got
just
two
kinda
part
was
one.
able to go to the studio and lay it down.
You know how, like before we even yes I did, but before we even went to the studio, me and my manager my manager pulled up to my crib. My manager pulled up to my crib, and we went through my songs, like all of my music, and we picked out the ones that fit best on the project.
Oh, yeah?
That's how we did the project. It was like.
Nice.
So you got that Tupac work rate.
Yeah, like I am an animal. I like to make music. Like I have a project that I did and it's not out yet, and it's called a motivational EP, a day's work, a motivational EP, and it's 7 songs. I did all of them songs in one day.
5 years from now, where will Norrie The Goat be?
You asking me?
No, Nikki, we're Norrie. Yeah, I'm asking you.
I'm probably.
Yeah,
I feel like. I'm gonna be somewhere big. I don't like to say stuff like that, but I'm gonna be somewhere very, very. I feel like I'm gonna be somebody very, very influential, just because of the shit that niggas stole from me in Indianapolis. I feel like I'm gonna be very, very influential. I feel like I'm going to be a powerful person. People are gonna be afraid of it at first, but once they see what I do with it, that's what's gonna make me Norrie The Goat.
When you say influential, what do you want to influence people?
For real.
The greatest versions of themselves that they could possibly be. I'm trying to start a hive of niggas that are confident. You wanna know what my biggest issue with people are?
Yeah.
They tell me I'm too confident, and it's not even on no rapping shit. I'm very, very humble and very appreciative to everybody. To everybody. I was.
He bumped him.
I didn't
He
know.
didn't even
I
want to
thought
pump
it was
that.
But I'm very, very appreciative to everybody that fucks with my music. But like in life, I 100% know what I'm capable of. If I tell a nigga I'm gonna get on this basketball court and I'm gonna dunk this ball, I'm gonna do that shit. If I tell a nigga I'm about to go do whatever it is, I'm gonna go do that shit. That's how I am. If I say I'm about to go to the mall and go cop 3-4 pair of shoes, that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna talk to that female, I'm gonna get her. If I'm gonna take her home, we going to the crib. That's just kind of that's always how I've been. And people either admire it or they hate it.
People usually dislike things like that. It say more about them than it do you. It speaks to their lack of confidence in what they do.
Yeah.
Confidence, it does something to people, man. I hate the term "be humble." I hate for somebody to tell somebody to be humble because it's to me it trickles down from quit being uppity.
Yeah.
Or don't act like that in front of white people. You know what I'm saying? Don't get out there, and that's where it come from. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I ain't never thought about that.
I wouldn't go there. I got friends that needs to humble themselves, like
I feel like it's two sides of the fence.
recklessly
It's two sides
over talkative, over boastful.
But that's a different subject though.
Like,
if you backing up, if you're
Right.
backing up, if you holding it down, if you like, if it's not bragging if you telling the truth, you gotta think about it. Like you gotta think about it. It's literally not bragging if you telling the truth. If you out and about, and if I all right, look, let's talk about this.
Well, you're a Christian, right? But God said.
I said it's not bragging if you telling the truth. Like, look, here's the story. Here's the story. This is how I stopped working.
You say that.
I was working at after I left Sprint. After I left Sprint, it was in 2016.
Yeah.
After I left Sprint, I worked at PacSun for a little bit. I was so tired of working there. One of my older homies, and I ain't saying no names. One of my older homies was like, "Hey, how much would it cost for you to come to Atlanta with me?" I said, $200 for me to drive like 200 miles. He said, okay. So we go to Atlanta and we do this construction job. And I meet up with my cousin when I was down there. My cousin gives me a Breitling watch, a MCM belt, and I bought some all-white Charles Barkleys when I was down there too. So like, and after that day, with that money, I invested it and I've never worked again.
You tell the best stories there, Norrie. You tell the best story.
that's a real life story.
No.
And if the wrong motherfucker heard that, they're like, oh, this nigga think he's something. He thinking, no, I don't. That's just me really telling my story about what happened to me and how I never worked again. When I got back from Atlanta, I came home. I put on a brand new outfit that I bought when I was down there. I went on a party bus. And then I went to the club with DJ Slime, and we was in VIP. I swear to God. And I ain't never in my life ever paid to be in VIP, and I ain't never in my life had a wristband on when I was in that bitch.
2 words. For real.
For real.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, can you tell me where you can find you on social media?
You can find me at realnigga. No, I'm just playing. You can find me at Norrie The Goat. That's NorrieTheGoat. I had a hard time spelling, but it's alright. Norrie The Goat.
You got anything you want to say to anybody? Anybody listening?
I don't think I'm better than you. I just think I'm the greatest.
What's that, Nick? You want to shout out your event again?
Absolutely. November 16th is going down the Unity Expo. Before then, we got the Robin Hood Tour. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and get all the information that you need for that. Besides that, yeah, that's it. That's all. Oh, also, I dropped a new song. Go check it out. It's on SoundCloud.
Tell them 5 times in a row.
It's called Island.
Tell them 5 times in a row.
You're gonna be surfing.
Say by the bell out now. Say by the bell out now. Say by the bell out now. Our platforms. Say by the bell out now.
Well, fuck it. What's up, Locust, baby? Talk your shit.
Man, what's up, man? It's your boy Kodak Juvie.
Gang.
Man, I don't even know where to start, man.
Yeah.
We be having all kind of shit going
Tell
on
them
around
about
this
Saved by the Bell.
motherfucker, man. Make sure y'all go get that Saved by the Bell, streaming on all platforms. Make sure you also keep streaming that Locust, baby. That motherfucker's going up right now, man. Appreciate the love. Man. Still got some new shit. Working on that flavors, man. I came over with a little bump, man. So I'm still working on flavors, man. That's coming very soon. But you know how to take a little short hiatus. And man, looking forward to the R&B show that's coming up, man. I hate to call it just the R&B show, dumb it down to that, man, because it's gonna be a fantastic celebration, man, that we got coming up October 12th with these 4 fantastic artists, man, that we got coming through.
The host,
perform live.
DJ.
The host,
Nikki Neptune will be in the building
DJs,
also.
I'm gonna be there too. Can I also let everybody? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Can I just let everybody know that I'm the white man's kryptonite?
Yes, sir.
Today I applied for an Apple Card and I was approved.
Just like that.
Coming to a white man near you.
I'm like, grab me one of them.
Oh God. Think about when you go to the store and you pull out an Apple Card on them. You know how upset they're gonna be? That's just like infuriating to other cultures.
What's the, yeah, you tried to tell me, what's the Apple Card?
He said, well, shit.
It's like a credit it's like a credit card. They'll give you like a what is it?
Budget, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know how credit cards work.
Yeah, you gotta pay anything?
Yeah,
Who will get the money?
You go Apple. Like,
Who on Apple? Blackberry?
Huh? Oh, I guess you're right. Huh.
Okay.
Stupid. Look at him. Look at him.
Like this nigga feel good.
Conceited Knowbody.
Man.
I don't give a fuck. I got an Apple card.
That's what's up.
Real. No, I think all right, I'm done.
No, go ahead.
The only reason why I'm happy about it is because like I ain't gonna stunt. Like I'm still working on my credit right now. This is my first credit card, and the only reason why I was able to acquire this was because of the amount of Apple products that I had. They like reevaluated my account. I was like, actually, like
This guy's
he's with us, like, and that's why I fuck with it. So like,
Jan, come here. He think he's our kryptonite. No. Shout out to everybody. First off, shout out to Norrie The Goat for coming through, kicking with us. Definitely a fantastic artist. I look forward to listening to your material you have now and the other 300 song that's gonna come out.
And start listening to Nicki Neptune.
Shout out to Nicki Neptune. Change your phone number if you got it. Are you getting a sponsorship package?
yeah.
You lying. Cash that Juvie then.
Nope.
Cash out you.
Cash Out Juvie.
He said no.
Shout out to my homie, Renaissance Juvie again. Shout out to my favorite Muslim, Assad,
The God.
the fucking stoner. Shout out to my nigga Chris. Shout out to everybody who rock with us. We definitely got a fantastic time at the show. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be dope, man. We got our host, Larice and Joe Talks. Joe Talks, you can't come in this motherfucker like you just fucking rolled out of bed and shit.
Joe.
Just smoke some crack on your way to the bathroom and shit. You come here
Do a
with,
line.
be presentable and shit. You get that shit braided or something. You either get that shit braided or you get it pressed out.
I'm just throwing this on the table. I'm open to host.
You said what now?
So I'm just throwing this on the table. I'm open to host.
That's what's up.
I'm very charismatic, you know.
And he's not bragging. He's humble. And I got a second that sentiment because anybody who know me, I've been accused of the same thing. But when you smart, man, it make motherfuckers feel some kind of way.
They do. They be some shit, you know some shit.
Yeah. I thank everybody for tuning in to the best podcast you never heard of. We be back next week. Next week we're gonna actually rock on Wednesday. As next Tuesday is the Day of Atonement, and we will not be fucking with this. Catch us next Wednesday, and it'll be another fantastic show. And Jen says shout out to Nicki Neptune for dropping another hit, Fire, Fire, Fire on SoundCloud. Check it out.
Oh, shout out to Jen.
Yeah. Catch us next week on the best podcast you never heard of, the Conceited Knowbody.
The Conceited Knowbody. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m.